Greetings, Jedi traders. David here of TradingBibs.com to bring you the daily trend for week 16, day 2. It is April 18th, 2017. As always, please seek financial advisement when trading with your money, as these videos are for educational purposes only. To support your knowledge in the market, see what was going through my head on any given day. Always make sure you have a solid trading plan and always manage your stop when placing a trade. All right, Jedi traders, let's get right into the charts. Hope you had a good trending day, even though our markets ended up topping out to the flat side after yesterday's Netflix earnings out. Today coming out with IBM and Goldman Sachs. Yahoo earnings out, a couple of names to speak of as we start to hit the earnings path here for the next at least solid month, with the big names still to come upside. So where Super Tuesday rally ended up being on Monday, Tuesday we ended up having a flat session all around. So let's jump right in to the pre-market trend. As this morning we were looking on the charts there. Let's start with the ES this morning, and ES pre-market. Again, we were looking upside to 23.4375 to the upside, and downside 23.28. Again, still watching that weekly VWAP. Let's go ahead and let's pull up the big picture for the week, like I left you off yesterday, watching for price action and see what it's going to do around that 50 and that 200, between the 50 and the 200 period moving average, as price action really needs to get above that 10 and that 50 to regain any traction back to the upside, to get back to those all-time highs. Until then, yesterday started out a good day, but today we pretty much held inside on the market profile, but we'll get to that here in a moment. So let's jump right back in again on the ESO MML levels. Looking on the 15-minute chart this morning, we were looking upside to regain some traction back to the upside. As we can see, ES here with a high today of 23.47. So getting back upside over to the overbought overnight Globex low all the way down to 23.30. So hanging out at the support lows there this morning. Let's go ahead and see how the ES finished off today. Again, as we see price action again getting a little traction above the weekly VWAP. Let's pull up the ES full session there. There's a nice chart. A couple of pockets of trend here on the ES today as market action got a little bit of a lift upside here. Let's pull the chart down a little bit. There we go. Price action again, trending bars, solid Heikin-Ashi bars. You're looking for 534 in sync. Again, you know the core strategy, looking for price action either above or below the cloud, hopefully together with the 534 in sync. So there it is, a couple of pockets of trend, but here we can see the opening price and the closing price finishing up pretty much right on top of one another. Also note the ES coming down to the average daily range low today. Nice move on the ES. All right, let's take a look at the NQ pre-market here. Price action again. We're looking for the move back to the upside. As we can see, the NQ with the Globex high here, 54.05, which was pretty much almost hit there on the Globex section, but we managed to get up a little higher today. Again, MML levels down here. We're looking at a 10-minute chart, actually. I apologize. 15-minute chart here this morning. Price action looking to get upside here to about 5,400, and that's exactly where we were able to get back upside today. But we pretty much hit that on the overnight almost. But there it is, holding inside after that midday move. Price action overnight, pretty much Globex was balanced but net short, as price action held under the previous close. You can see here on the 4-hour chart, just holding sideways. All right, taking a look at the NQ full session. There it was, coming back up to that high 54.05-ish. But again, small pockets of trend upside. You can see open and close here. Price action again pulls back underneath the cloud, holds out in the VWAP section here, daily, weekly VWAP, and manages a little push up here above the cloud and back down. Just chop a little bit all across PM session, little pockets of trend, but deeper pullbacks. Pretty much slight close to the upside as we see here on the NQ. Hey guys, I want to put a shout out here to a little bit of an addition to the NQ overlay that we played around with at the end of the session. Here we can see price action on the NQ. Put the overlay, the MML overlay, all of a sudden you're giving yourself a little bit of structure to your charts as well, together with the HA bar. So the solid trend to the upside. You got a 34 EMA if you want to run that through. Again, it's the same price, the same indicator that you have down here below on the bar. So you can do one of two things: either get rid of the bar or have the 34. Either way, it plays out the same for the most part. Price action gives you the lift to the MML high. You take the turnaround. If you run it all the way down, good for you. If you take the price action to the midpoint here, major support resistance, even better, and then all the way down. So something we'll be looking ahead on the 5-minute overlay of the MML charts. All right, last chart to look at here, YM full session. Again, nice movement. A little bit cleaner to the downside here as price action came down. Again, opening price upside, closing price downside. So YM really leading the indices to the downside as it holds underneath both the daily VWAP and the weekly VWAP. All right, so there's our full session. Again, NQ with a wonderful first move to the upside this morning above the VWAPs. Price action holding upside. Again, you could have waited for the pullback. On the charts here, 2-bar indecision, solid body tail down gives you an opportunity to get back upside. And there's your MML. Nice combination when you can put them together. All right, let's jump into the charts as we do each day to look at price action on the market profile here. Make sure we got everything covered. Yep, here we go. Market profile nice and balanced here on both the NQ. You can see the price action up here on the top side, giving a nice tail, single prints, a little bit of volume at the downside. A little bit of price action again, as we saw the 600-day VPOC down below 53.67, so pretty much staying at the tops from the former session. So nice balanced profile as we roll into tomorrow's Wednesday session. ES, same picture, pretty much balanced profile, consolidation on the major support resistance I will see on the weekly VWAPs. But there it is, single prints the last 2 days, a little bit of weakness, starting to repair that, but we need to get back up here to almost 23.53 to create some volume up here to repair those two former week highs on the volume profile. Taking a look at the daily gaps, all-time highs as we have them here. Not yet there, guys. Price action still holding above the weekly open here on the NQ and ES here. Open gaps downside here, but YM still holding tight to that 449 weekly open. On the AD lines, nothing to speak of much other than to respect that AD line, advancers and decliners, as we could see here. The NQ holding this morning to that negative 70 line, reattempt downside one more time, and that was it pretty much for the NQ as she held upside for the most part for the rest of the day, but straight across the board, not much price action. Taking a look at the Murray math levels again, we'll take a look. Actually, let's jump back to that as we'll roll into tonight. Shout out to the 6E here. 6E on the top row of our screen share. Other than the gold and yen with small pockets of opportunity, really was the euro on the news out of Britain, on the UK here, as UK calling for new elections. That most likely set the euro in trend to the upside here, or for whatever other reason. Nice trending session on the euro, above the cloud and above the VWAPs. Again, yen, not much action here. Price action pretty choppy across the board together with the gold. As we roll into tomorrow with the crude, with the EIA report, nothing but a choppy session. All right, taking a look at the charts as we roll into tomorrow. Taking a look at the big picture. NQ still sitting on the daily here. Again, toying around with that 50 and that 200 MA is all the way downside. I'm not worried about that yet. Still holding at the MML highs here. We are 2 days of price action, still holding above at the high resistance on the daily, but we're not breaking down below the 50 or the 10 yet, so that's a good sign so far. Daily YM a little bit more cautious here as price action still holding on the MML's downside on the daily, unable to get back above that 50, so YM's got a little bit of a push to get back upside with IBM reporting today. We'll see how that works out in tomorrow's session. And on the daily ES, still trying to grab that 10 EMA, not able to hold on. So a little concerned that we haven't broken above the 50 EMA right now. So all the way across the board, still holding in consolidation. Let's take a look at the ES on the MML charts, 10 minutes. Taking a look as we roll into tonight, 60-minute chart. Still holding around the weekly VWAP as the 4-hour as well here in price action between major support resistance and the downside support. So momentum clearly to the downside as price action on the ES though gets a lift here on today's action, closing out almost near the MML high. So we'll want to watch the levels to the downside and take a look at the NQ. As closing out halfway, major support resistance as we hold out up here in the upper corner here. Still holding above the weekly VWAP as we drop down slightly, but NQ there again on the bigger picture, still in consolidation. Nowhere trending yet for the remainder of the week as we had just a couple weeks ago. Pulled away on that weekly VWAP, and that was it. All right, let's just take a quick look at the YM as we just did. YM, again, nice move downside, a little bit smoother, almost reaching that MML level today. Still can't pull away from that weekly VWAP. YM struggling around that 50 MA on the daily, as we mentioned, but we're at the lows. So rolling into the Globex as we will. Don't forget, 15 minutes prior to market open. Going down on a smaller time frame, I'm going to try out the 5-minute chart. You could throw a 34 EMA on there just for good measure, see if price action holds above it. Upside, watch the 5400 on the NQ, downside 5380. YM, more tempted to go with the downside, 391 downside. Got to break above that major support resistance here, 469, and up to 547. ES, bottom corner here. Again, watch 2336 all the way down to 32, and back upside here, maybe to 4175 on the Globex. 6E, 6J, and GC, got to go with the downside, possible momentum. Again, not a predictor, just where the market is at right now. If market momentum can pull back to at least 50%, we'll watch these major support resistance. And crude, looking for still crude to come back upside, at least maybe 52.93 as we roll into tomorrow. All right, Jedi traders, economics-wise, let's pull up the economic calendar. As we roll into tomorrow, again, beige report, beige book coming out tomorrow afternoon, giving a slight inkling to where maybe Fed decisions will be for the rest of 2017 for the next Fed meeting coming up. EIA petroleum report in tomorrow, and as well as we roll out the week with more Fed speakers and more earnings to come. All right, Jedi traders, I think I've covered it all. In case I haven't, I'm sure to tweet it out. A shout out to Top Step Trader again for Mr. Top Step using one of our charts from the trading room today. Thank you. Awesome. Appreciate that. Great many people to watch in the morning. I'll go ahead and talk about those the rest of the week. Ken Polcari, Shadow Trader, Jason Kelly on the weekends for the Mac Review. A lot of good stuff out there, so check them out. But that pretty much concludes an insight into the daily trend for, that's right, April 18, 2017 on the key indices and key futures markets that we watch here every day. Feel free to stop by at tradingfibs.com at my website here or any of my social media outlets to obtain more information. My trading mantra is one simple strategy, any chart, any time frame. Any time frame or any chart will keep you disciplined. You can find me every day on Twitter at tradingfibs.com. And as always, I leave the crystal ball to the experts. I only watch what's in front of me and on my charts. And as always, leave your bias at the door when trading. Hey guys, if you want to join us in our trading room with like-minded traders seeking those highest probability setups, feel free to email me, David at tradingfibs.com. You can join us any Thursday or Friday in the trading room to see the live chart setups as they happen during the trading day. All right, we've covered it all. Gotta rush it. Try to keep you busy here, guys. Have yourselves a Blue Zone day wherever you may be. Good day, good night, and good trading to you.